Okay, so this is week 6, Thursday, reviewing the test that Grayson had on ratios. And so he didn't do very well on it. So we're going to go ahead and review some of the responses and the answers. It looks like questions number 1 and 2, you did fine, right? You got full points for it. Okay, so then for question number 3, it looks like you didn't get anything. So it says find the unit rate. The unit rate is going to be, it says 10 pounds of potato sauce for $2.80. So if you're looking for the unit rate is going to be the price divided by the pounds. You just kind of did it opposite. Do you see that? Okay, because you're supposed to say 1 pound is this much. So the way you want to think about it is 1 pound equals this much money. Okay, so in order for you to do that, you have to do price divided by pound. So it should be $2.80 divided by 10. So then what you do is, remember, you move 2 spaces to the right. So you go 1, 2 to the right. So you're really doing 1,000 divided by 280, right? 1,000 doesn't go into 280. So you put a dot right there because this is too small. So you put another 0, right? 1,000 times 2 is 2,000. When you subtract it, you get 800, right? Then you put another 0 down. 1,000 times 8 is 8,000. So when you subtract it, you get a 0 for a remainder. So 1 pound of potatoes sells for $0.28, or 28 cents equals 1 pound of potatoes. Do you see that? That's actually a pretty easy question. So I'm not sure how you got, I mean, 10 divided by 2.8 equals 10.8. I mean, like, that doesn't make any sense, Grayson. Like this right here, you were on the right path, but then I think you somewhere along the right, you kind of forgot how to divide decimals. Do you see that? Do you see that? Okay. But do you understand how I divided the decimals here? I added 2 zeros, but you have to have the decimals on top. Okay. I had it. Okay, so once I subtract it, I got 800, right? 800 is not enough. There's already a decimal there, so you could just put another 0 there to get 8,000. Okay, I know that's a little bit weird, but you have to add the 0 so that 1,000 can go into 8,000, because 1,000 doesn't go into 800. Do you see that? So practice with that question, okay? Number 4 is find the unit rate. This one is the easy one. We have gone through a lot of questions with unit rates. Do you understand? It says Richards runs 18 laps in 12 minutes, right? So the unit rate is going to be 12 minutes divided by 18 laps. So the unit rate, what it's asking you is, how far does Richard run in 1 minute? That's what it's asking you. So minutes goes on top, laps goes on the bottom. 12 divided by 18. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but have you noticed that in every division, the smaller number always goes inside the division sign as the dividend, because it's making you put everything into a decimal? Do you see that? Okay, 18 doesn't go into 12. You put a dot here, you put a 0 there. So on the side, I'm going to say 18, if I estimate it, is out of 20. So 20 times 6 is 120, right? So then let's try 18 times 6 is 108. 18 times 6 is 108. When I subtract it, I get 12. Do you see how 18 doesn't go into 12? So what do you do here? You just put a 0. And then since it's still 120, 18 times 6 is 108. You get 12. Do you see how this process just kind of repeats itself again? 18 times 6 is 108. So then at this point, you could just say the unit rate is equal to 0.67 miles. Okay, you could say it like that way, or you can write it and say Richard runs 0.67 miles per minute. And when I made the video for you, now I'm thinking that you don't actually know how to do this because you're just watching the video without actually understanding the specifics of this. And that's a problem. Do you understand? You need to know how to do the question. All right, so I hope you learned from that. Number 5, a mixture of concrete is made up of 4 bags of cement and 10 bags of sand. Complete the table and graph cement and sand. This is sand on the y-axis. On the x-axis is cement, right? So here it says put in the numbers. So 4/10, right? This is your unit. Or this is going to be your proportion, right? So 4/10, which is cement over sand, equals 2/5, right? That's going to be your unit. Do you see that? So 2/5 is good. Then here, if it's going to be 2/5, if we know that the bag of cement is 6, we don't know what x is. 2x equals 30, so x is 15. That's good. Same thing here. You use 2/5 equals bag of cement is 1, x is right here, so 2x equals 5. So x equals, actually that should be 2.5. This right here is wrong. That's 2.5. Do you see that? 2 times x is 2x. 1 times 5 is 5, right? What's half of 5? 2.5. Half of $5 is 2.5. Do you see that? If it was 2.5, then why didn't you mark it? I think she probably overlooked it. Okay. Because she has to grade a lot of people's work. You understand? Okay, when we set this up, remember, your unit is 2/5 from here. If I were to reduce it, that's a 2/5. Do you see that? So I do 2/5 equals. This one, it gives you a bag of cement, which is 1, right? This part is x. When you cross multiply, 2 times x is 2x. 5 times 1 is 5. When you divide it by 2, x equals 2.5. Do you see that? Okay. I know you said that you felt confident about this, but after this test, I think what this is saying is that you can't just watch the videos. You have to go on the Padlet, and you literally have to go over the questions by yourself without looking at the videos. Do you understand me? This is saying that's not helping you. Okay? Okay, so that's the first part. So make sure you change that. B, circle the point on your graph that represents 3 bags of cement. So when we go ahead and graph this 4, 5, so 4 cement or 410. So it's 4, 10, 2, this is 2, 5, 6, 15, 1, 2.5 is going to be right there. Do you see that? Okay. So represents 3 bags of cement. Well, I don't know how you missed this one because that's a really easy question. Here's 3. Do you see that? It should be this point right there. I don't know what you're doing. This is 4 bags of cement right there. I don't know why you circled that. Do you see that though? This point right here is 3 bag of cement. With 3 bags of cement, it looks like it's going to equate to 7 bags of sand. Do you see that point right there? Okay, so that's done with B. What are the coordinates of the point? What are the coordinates of the point? Oh, the point, which is right here. This point right there. What is the coordinate? 3, 7. 3 bags of cement. 7 bags of sand. Stop fidgeting. You need to sit up and pay attention, please. D, what do the coordinates represent? They represent the rate of how much concrete can be created by the number caused by the bag. That's good. If Jared used 14 bags of cement and 30 bags of sand, did he use the correct proportion? Correct proportion. The correct proportion that we did, again, this is the proportion. 2/5, right? 2/5. If I were to divide that, it's actually equal to 0.4, okay? If he used 14 bags of cement, so 14 bags of cement, C goes on top, right? C goes on top, sand bag goes on the bottom, and 30 bags like that, does this equal 2/5? If it equals 2/5, then he used the correct proportion. Well, let's see. What would you reduce this down to? Over 15. Yeah, can you reduce this any further? So no, because Jared's proportion does not equals 2/5, which is the proportion that we have. Does that make sense? So for E, you need to go ahead and show the work for that, okay? And that's why you got 2 points, but you didn't get any points for B, C, or D, even though those points were there. Those were actually really easy questions, Grayson. All right. For number 5, a cheetah runs 954 feet in 9 seconds. If you're 1,045 feet away from the cheetah, would it get to you before 10 seconds? You need to have math. You can't just go ahead and reason with it. Like, do you see how you have absolutely no points for this one? A cheetah runs 954 feet in 9 seconds, okay? You are 1,445 feet away. Will it get to you in 10 seconds? Okay, so let's take a look at this. So let's do 954 divided by 9, because what I want to know is how many feet can the cheetah run in 9 seconds? So one of the questions you should ask yourself is, how many feet can the cheetah run in 1 second? Okay, and how do I do that? I find that by doing this math right here. 954 divided by 9. This is going to give me the unit rate, okay? So when I divide this, 9 times 1 is 9. Bring down the 5, bring down the 4. 9 times 6 is 54, right? So how many feet can the cheetah run in 1 second? No, 16. That's your answer right there. 16 feet. See, I'm feeling like you don't understand this question at all. If the cheetah can run 16 feet in 1 second, okay? Hold on a second, that doesn't look right. Let me make sure I did this correctly. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot a zero right there, sorry. Oh, I should put a zero there, sorry. I forgot a zero, then you put 54, 106 feet. 106 feet in 1 second, right? Yes. So in 1 second, it could run 106 feet. So then how far can the cheetah run in 10 seconds? In 10 seconds, the cheetah and the way that you do this is you do 10 times 160. 106, right? Which is going to equal to 106 times 10, 6, 0, 1, 0, 6, 0, 1. So it could run 1,060 feet in 10 seconds. Do you see that? Well, is it going to get you? Since you are 1,045 feet away, the cheetah will get you. And that's how you answer that question, right? Okay. Which is the better buy? Explain your answer. Carrots for sale for $1.14 for 3 pounds, or carrots on sale for 78 cents for 2 pounds? What you do with this, like, this is an easy question. I don't understand how you missed this one because we actually went over this one. You had several homework assignments that had questions like this. And right now, what it's telling me is that you're watching the video and you don't understand what you're doing. Do you understand? This is your first one. Price goes on top divided by 3 versus 78 cents over 2. You have the divider. Whichever one is smaller number tells you that it is a better buy. It's cheaper, or a better buy. Do you see that? You're going to do this one on your own. The other two you got, but that's the gist of your test. I would say this was not a hard test. And when you got your test back, what was the one thing I asked you? I said, think about the question that were similar to this. And what did you say? I don't remember anything. And when you said that, I'm like, are you saying that you don't remember anything because you literally don't know what you're doing? Or is it that you don't remember? And I think it's literally you don't know what you're doing. And that's why you said that. Do you understand me? I'm going to end the meeting right here. You're going to figure this out on your own now.